Good morning. It's 5:40 or something like that, and we are ready to get going. We have about 5 miles to a busy road, then 4 miles on a busy road, and then after that we are going to be a lot more relaxed. So there are some other options on maybe taking an alternate steeper way, but we'll see how busy the road is and then kind of go from there. So we're almost packed up and then ready to go. And no bear visited us last night after the evening encounter. So hopefully the bear hang was part of that. If not, I think somewhere just scared the bear so much that he was like, I'm never coming back. It is 62 degrees. Are you ready to go somewhere?
Yes.
So I guess I will tell Summer's bear story because I don't think Summer is going to tell it on my channel. So yesterday evening, I kind of said it already in my other video from yesterday, but I didn't really know exactly anything. I was in my tent and I was editing my video, so I have like headphones in, so I can't really I can hear, but I'm obviously focusing on the video. And Summer was brushing her teeth away from our tent, kind of like by this road right here. And so I guess I'm in my tent and all of a sudden I just hear and I'm like, it sounded like somebody was running, and I'm like, Summer doesn't run. That's not, she speed walks, but she does not run. So I'm like, okay. And then I go, what was that? So, and then it took literally 5 seconds for me to have any response from somewhere. So I thought for a second, oh, did she get dragged off? And then anyway, so all of a sudden she goes, that was a bear. And so she explained to me that she was brushing her teeth and all of a sudden saw a bear come from my direction. The bear saw her and was totally freaked out because he was like scared probably from my movement in the tent, then ran to the street. She was there with her water in her mouth from brushing her teeth. She just said she didn't move. The bear looked at her, looked back to where the tent is, realized he can't go there because somebody else is there, and then he ran away into the other direction, super frightened. So she said that the expression on the bear's face was pure panic. And it was funny because she's like, I had my water in my mouth and I was just standing there not sure what to do for a second. And she's like, I'm so happy that the bear had a quicker reaction than I did. And that's why she couldn't tell me what it was, because she still had the water in her mouth from, slushing or cleaning out her mouth from brushing her teeth. So that probably was quite the scene. So yeah, we ended up, Somewhere has a bear canister no matter what, because she started out with a bear canister from, doing the first half of the AT, and she's just comfortable with a bear can. And then I hung my bear bag and some extra stuff of hers that's smelly. And this morning, I think she was trying to get the bear bag down, and she's like, I don't know, I didn't want to do anything wrong. So I got it down, and she's like, I'm so glad this happened because it confirms that she really is comfortable with her bear canister instead of the bear bag. She doesn't really want to do a bear bag. So quite the experience. That's the bear experience. River Crossin. we are getting close to the road and we're watching it because it's like right next to us, and it seems like it has some traffic but not too bad. And then of course in Summer's words, if a truck comes we can just push ourselves against the cliff and get out of the way. So, and there was a lady, she stopped and she's like, what are you guys doing? Because I guess she knew we were PCT hikers and we're like trying to go around. She's like, I've never seen any hikers on this side. It's like, yeah. And then she's like, you know you'll be missing some of the PCT. I was like, yes, because we just want to have continuous footpath. She's like, oh, okay. And then we told her our path and she says, that's a good plan. See, that's how it should be. People tell you, that's a good plan, if it's a good plan. Now, if it's not a good plan, of course. But it was very encouraging. Okay, here we go. I think this is called Highway 96. We'll make it happen. I think the hardest part is done for today. Boop, boop. You might wonder how I got a Coca-Cola. A cherry Coca-Cola, that is. We had a car stop and say, Roadrunner! So they are subscribers and they have their children that are hiking, so they're living vicariously through me, or us really. And so that was really cool. The guy gave me a Coca-Cola. I did count the cars that we had to encounter on that 96 road, and it was 45 cars both ways, I mean together, and then 2 stopped to offer us a ride. So that's the numbers on that 4-mile road walk. I guess on the sign it says 22 miles to the PCT, so we could make it onto the PCT today. But I do think we have about 5,000 foot of a climb for the rest of the day to get to the PCT. So not sure we're gonna get there, but we could. And we've hiked 9 miles by 8:30. So we start hiking around 5:40. So under 3 hours, 9 miles, not bad. Getting to Beaver Creek Campground, and this awesome subscriber couple, now I know their names, Sherry and John, they stopped, because they dropped their kits off ahead, and they came back and they said more hi, and they said, if you want, you can stay with us in the future, like down the road. So that's such a nice offer. Hi Sherry, hi John. Just getting to the Beaver Creek Campground and probably gonna take just a moment to sit down. Sitting at the campground and got some news. I'm losing my right pinky toenail. It's hanging on by a thread. Just sitting here, just ate some lunch at 10:30 in the morning. We looked at the map, and I think there are 2 options. The original one would take us like 18 or 19 miles to get to the PCT, and the other one is 12 miles to the PCT. So, of course, somewhere we just went into the water and said it's cold. So we are obviously going to choose the 12 miles to the PCT, only it's going to be a little bit steeper. And it'll just be hard work, but we're going to be back on the PCT today. And then once we're on the PCT, it's only 29 miles to Ashland. So we could essentially get there tomorrow evening, camp somewhere near Ashland, and then make it a really good hero or Nero into Ashland and go from there. Right, it's 11:53 and we're heading out to get back to the PCT. Oh, that rhymed. It's 11:53. We're getting to the PCT. Those are some big cones. It's about to get steep up in here. And that means that there's only about 3.5 to 4 miles left to the PCT. One last view of Mount Shasta. Probably. I'll assume it's the one last one. Well, y'all, we made it. Somewhere. Are you happy?
Yes.
Awesome. We did it. Alrighty then. Welcome back to us. Ooh, and then what's that? Can't say I missed these. Huh. Is it me or does that look extraordinarily close? So that's very concerning. We have no cell connection, but it's good to know that they already know about the fire. It looks small comparatively, but we're literally right next to it. And just so you know, we are way beyond Sayat Valley, so we are nowhere near the Etna fire. This is something new. Okay, we saw full-on flames, so we are not on the PCT right now. We're walking into the opposite direction because the PCT actually takes you right into the fire. So, okay, we found some sort of road that we're on, and a lot of fire trucks are coming now. They told us just to make a big circle around it. All right, so the guy's gonna give us a ride to the pass because I don't think we should be walking that close to a fire, like legit seeing flames. I mean, it was one thing to see the smoke, it's another thing to see them flames. So fire is real and you just gotta do what you gotta do.
Continue north, you should be fine. I know it's late today, but we don't have a lot of...
Welcome to Oregon, and I know I'm like slightly smiling, but I just don't feel like that inside. But anywho, the fire guy, I don't know what he was, a forest fire guy, like somebody probably who checks if there is an actual fire. He said that we should just keep hiking. He brought us to a spot further north, and he said he'd feel comfortable if we're like 2 to 3 miles from the fire. And somewhere and I are like, yeah, we might go a little bit further than that. That was scary, honestly. We didn't get to go on through the Oregon border, but who cares? I mean, like, honestly. Well, so much for continuous footpath, but I'm totally fine. Once I saw those flames, it was getting the hell out of here. Wow. About to happen. And what a day. Still walking. I have about a mile to walk to where we think we're gonna camp. It will be about 7 miles from the fire, which should be sufficient, especially after the fire guy said if we camp 2 to 3 miles from the fire, we should be fine. And somewhere and I were like, not really. So, yeah. It is a very, very, very ironic day, to be honest, because we had just completed our continuous footpath. We had put so much work, so much effort into it, so much planning, so much of our bodies. And we did it and we got there. And then to be faced by an actual fire, smoke, that was one thing. You saw it. I obviously didn't take a video of the flames. It was flames. And if you know what the name of the fire, I can't think of it, but I took a screenshot of it. It's literally right there. It was right in front of us. Very lucky that we are safe. But we did lose 1.4 miles of continuous footpath. So personally, it's hard to have lost the continuous footpath, but it is only 1.4 miles and it was forced upon us. It wasn't a choice, if that makes sense. It wasn't like I chose to just skip something, which is fine too for other people. I'm just saying, for me, the fact that I was forced to do it will make it okay for me. But I think we're just so happy that we are safe. It was very frightening. You know, it was pretty dramatic. I try not to make it dramatic, but it was pretty dramatic. So I don't think I'll do much videoing once I get to my camp, get into my tent. We originally planned to sleep in tomorrow, but being that there's a fire, we might not sleep in. I believe we have somewhere over 20 miles left to Ashland, which is probably what we're gonna do to hike into Ashland tomorrow. Thank you so much for everybody. Thanks for everybody who's following me. And yeah, have a good night.